Are you constantly doing multiple things at a time, thinking that you're being more productive? What if I told you doing multiple things at a time, that is multitasking, is a real productivity killer, increasing your stress levels, leading to more mistakes? In today's video, together, we will be discovering the truth about multitasking. I have a wonderful experiment that we'll be doing. I will also show you three amazing ways in which you can boost your productivity and efficiency. Keep watching. What you might discover in this video today might change the way you work forever. The term multitasking was first used by IBM in one of its research papers in 1960s to describe the abilities of a computer to do multiple tasks simultaneously. So, until that point of time, multitasking was never used to describe the capabilities of a human being. But today, we are almost and always multitasking. How did all this happen? Let's look at the backstory. Today's story is about how the intervention of media and internet led us to become multitaskers. I wanted to show you visually how media and internet occupied a major share in our daily lives. The shells represent our regular non-media activities and the Tetris blocks represents media and internet. In the era before the advent of media, humans had a lot of time for activities like taking care of their families, earning money, attending social events, taking care of self, playing sports, having a hobby, family dinners, travel, celebrating important moments of friends and family, and many more things which made a human's life fulfilling. We might do most of these things even today, but the way we do these things has changed a lot. It all started with print media, when books and newspapers entered our lives. We had a lot of free time to spend on them and get immersed in the knowledge and entertainment they provided. Whenever the next form of media entered our lives, it stole time from the previous one. So, movies stole time from books and newspapers. Radio stole time from movies. TV stole from radios and previous forms. Until this point, the human lives seemed to be doing okay. But with the advent of internet, multiple media started to emerge all at once and very rapidly. Email communications, social media, online shopping, video calls, OTT platforms streaming continuously, there was no more time left in our lives to steal from media. So, media started to steal time from non media. As a consequence, mobile phones reached our dinner tables, disturbing our time with the family. Social media and shopping apps taking a seat along with us on office Zoom calls and meetings. The TV screens became larger and larger with multiple options to watch multiple screens at a time. There was a time not long ago when we all watched TV during a World Cup or during the Olympics. It used to be like a family or community bonding and celebrating in front of one screen. But today, it has very sadly become single person watching multiple screens simultaneously. With the increase of more and more media, the time and attention we give to our regular activities decreased a lot, and what we are doing is media stacking. We are trying to simultaneously speak on phone with a friend, scroll through Instagram with one hand, have our dinner with other hand, while we are also watching TV with our family. Sadly, this is the way we are multitasking today. including our most important activities of life, along with one or multiple screens. Until now, we have seen what multitasking is and how the intervention of media and internet has allowed multitasking to rapidly but conveniently fit into all aspects of our lives. The real question here to ask ourselves is multitasking really saving our time and helping to complete our tasks efficiently? When we say we are multitasking, we are not actually doing things simultaneously like computers because our brains are not designed to do so. In fact, what we are doing is switching between one task to other quickly. In his book, The Myth of Multitasking, Dave Crenshaw mentions about what we do while multitasking is actually switch tasking. There is a simple experiment mentioned in this book to understand what happens when we multitask. So, let's do the exercise now. To do this exercise, you need a pen, a paper, and a timer. First, take a paper and draw 4 lines as shown. There are 2 steps in this exercise, and for each step, you will be noting down the time it takes to complete the task. We will be using the first 2 lines. On the first line, you will be writing a sentence, and on the second line, you will be writing numbers corresponding to each letter. The sentence you will be writing is switch tasking is a thief. This is how it looks after you finish step 1. So pause the video, finish step 1 and note down the timing. In step 2, we will be using the third and fourth lines. And we will be writing the same sentence, switch tasking is a thief, on the third line, but this time we will be alternating between a number and an alphabet. So this is how it looks. Pause the video and note down the timing to complete the task. What are the side effects of multitasking? It is clearly visible by now that multitasking has many side effects like increase in stress levels, which leads to increase in the blood pressure. It also causes you to make more mistakes. It is time consuming and also makes us feel tired all the time. In fact, these side effects might not seem like a big deal because these have become very common nowadays. But let me tell you the 5 serious problems of multitasking that we are facing today. Firstly, we will not be able to pay attention to detail when we really need to. While driving a vehicle, we really need to pay close attention to the road ahead of us, looking at the signboards and looking at the vehicle moving in front of us. But if we are texting or checking our emails while we are driving, we will not be able to pay attention to those things. Not being able to pay attention when you really need to is one of the major causes of road accidents today. Secondly, we become poor at managing our working memory. Let us say you're working on something and you find there is a notebook missing on your desk. You get up from your desk, go to the shelf where you have kept your notebook. Until that point of time, you remember what you're doing. But after reaching there, you just go blank for a second and think and do not remember why you came there. Thirdly, it becomes very difficult to focus on creative tasks while multitasking. Fourthly, you will not be able to multitask very well. In fact, the people who always multitask are worse at it when compared to the people who never do it. We will be more interested in solving the problems that are very simple because while doing that, it is easy for us and we'll be able to do it quickly. But when it comes to solving complex problems that are time consuming, we will not be willing to put any effort into it. Finally, let us look at 3 ways in which you can improve your productivity and efficiency. The first thing to do is remove distractions from your physical space. Whenever you start working on something, take care that your environment does not contain any gadgets or objects that can easily distract you while you're working. The second thing to do is to select a specific time in a day where you will be consciously putting efforts to do one and only one thing at that time that matters the most to you. And the third and most important thing to do is every time you monotask, appreciate yourself. This keeps pushing you to do more monotasking, which in turn increases your efficiency and productivity.